I'm Cola. I am from North Carolina, but I've been spending the last year in Philadelphia, which I love. And I'm in town for my first San Francisco visit, and I thought I'd make it completely overwhelming and do it during Pride. So that's why I'm here, and obviously to shoot for Queer Porn TV. What doesn't make me queer? My maybe it's inappropriate to use a quote from my mother, but she once said, in dealing with my general transition of sexualities from coming out as bi and then being a total dyke and then going back to, identifying as bisexual. And she has had a little confusion with that and just said, well, I taught you to love everybody, and you really do love everybody. And that's definitely the case. So to me, my clothing ties into my sexuality a lot in that I consider myself femme, and definitely use clothing sort of as my art and as a means of visibility sometimes even. And I don't know, it just, clothes make me feel hot and sexy. I'm definitely the stereotype of lady who goes out and buys a bunch of new clothes and then I want to put them on later when I get home, and have been known to masturbate in the mirror afterwards. So there you go. I do and I don't consider myself an exhibitionist, actually, which is kind of funny because I'm definitely by the book read as Leo. I have been doing burlesque for the last 6 years, which is very exhibitionist, but I think that I almost do that in an effort to, there's a certain distance that places other parts of me. For me personally, burlesque started out political. It has remained political to me. I randomly will sometimes do a party that's not queer oriented, but mostly my loyalties lie with my people, and being a part of creating really amazing spaces that kind of promote people feeling awesome and sexy. I found that I was able to do that by getting up on stage, and there's a lot of feedback that I get that's just like, thank you for doing that. Like, I am going to go home and dance in the mirror now. And that makes me really, really excited. One of my favorite acts right now is something that I choreographed for a show that was put on by a collective that I adore in Philadelphia called the Screw Smart Collective. And their pieces are more like educational based, and so I did an ode to self-love and my vagina, which involved me dancing a sort of fan dance with mirrors to promote getting to know what's down below. Yeah, I'd have to say that the narcissism that lies within all of us definitely comes out in my sexuality. But I feel like that's also a super positive thing for me in finding myself really sexy. It's allowed me to come to sex or performing sex in a really confident way. This will be the third time that I've shot. It's my first time partnering with someone who was not previously a lover. That's been interesting in that, like, with the first scene that I shot, it was with my lover. We were at True Spirit and saw a billboard put up offering the pay for, to do a scene while you were there in town. And so we were like, well, we were going to fuck later anyway, so why not offset the the cost of our trip? And we did the scene, and I think it was good for both of us because we were still kind of in the beginning of our relationship, and it helped us, I don't know, I felt like it was bonding. It was definitely different than doing my solo scene, which I did for Courtney for Roulette Dirty South. And that felt really empowering in that it was just all about me. Like, she let me set up the scene as far as what I wanted to do. I got to dance really sexy beforehand, and kind of tie in my passion for burlesque into my passion for being a part of creating really awesome queer porn for the world to see. In doing this scene with a new partner who I have never even met before today, it was really good in that we both are familiar with porn and have dabbled, and knew that we were coming into a situation and just talking everything out and kind of getting to know each other via email and chatting and stuff. So I feel really positive about coming into the situation with a good base of knowledge about the person that I'm about to have a really great time with, that I wouldn't otherwise be armed with in a situation with a new lover. So I think that's really awesome. I am just a sucker for a power dynamic. I consider myself a complete switch in that I can bottom out when someone's doing a real good job of taking the lead, and I also really, really, really enjoy being mean to little faggy bottoms. My turn-ons are just confidence and knowledge and just, I don't know, like positive energy and a sense of humor. I need to be able to giggle and laugh and wrestle a little bit. So I find all of that really hot. My favorite sex act is, I'd have to say, providing others with a little bit of anal lovin'. I like to strap it on, but I really enjoy just organic fucking in my my hippie nature, I guess, the little bit that's left, and that I enjoy using my hands and anything that's around to get my partner off in the best way for both of us. Yes and no. I'd say that it's hard for me to gauge, I guess, the difference in sexualities between people because I'm always surrounded in a queer bubble, be it in the South or in Philadelphia, and then coming here, obviously, which is a luxury that I've had, a privilege that I've had. I think coming here, and also because it's Pride, obviously people are just balls to the wall and shamelessly making out, which I love. In Philadelphia, I don't know, I've been out and about in the queer scene on and off through the year that I've been there, and it does feel similar to North Carolina in that I've met a lot of really awesome people, but have found that we're all connected to each other already in these really crazy queer ways that we are. So I don't know, it's hard for me to gauge because I'm always around queer folk for the majority of my time. I'm a really big fan of water ice, having moved to Philadelphia, which we just call it a snow cone in North Carolina. But I am down with the Ritas for sure. And, a popsicle is always nice and fun. So anything icy.